Today on Eagle Nation News, Prosper Sports consistently dominate, including the Prosper Esports team. Christina Krasnova explores the team's recent win. Prosper Ladies Association has the mission of helping those in the Prosper community, especially around the holiday season. Allison Wood meets the women of the organization. Water guns have taken over the senior class of PHS. Landry Long takes a look into the Great Wide Game Senior Assassin.
Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, December 2nd. I'm Madeline Wentz.
And I'm Parker Reynolds.
We need your help finding this little girl. 7-year-old Athena Strand was reported missing at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Her stepmother made the call after Athena disappeared from their home in Paradise, Texas. Athena was last seen Wednesday afternoon in the 200 block of County Road 3573 in Paradise, wearing a gray long sleeve with white flowers, blue jeans with white flowers on the pockets, and brown boots. Relatives are certain that she wouldn't run off, and police are investigating all possibilities. Law enforcement is asking anyone with any information on the first grader's disappearance to call the Wise County Sheriff's Office.
As we enter the knockout round of the World Cup, the U.S. has officially qualified out of the group stage and into the knockout round for the first time since 2014. However, with a win against the Netherlands tomorrow, they can move on to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2002, and just the second time in team history. Maybe this will be the year that the U.S. goes all the way.
You would think that beating the 5 best esports teams in the region after a long fight would be exciting, but the best benefits include much more. Christina Krasnova highlights the varsity esports team's latest tournament win at the GCISD Rocket League Invitational and how esports is leaving a mark at PHS.
Prosper High School's varsity esports team recently returned from a competitive tournament at the GCISD Rocket League Invitational, facing 64 teams from around the Metroplex. Prosper varsity managed to walk away with the gold, beating Denton Geyer in the grand finals 3-2, receiving $4,000 Alienware gaming laptops for each of the 3 championing players, Aiden Kirby, Isaiah Spangler, and Caden Pacheco. This is Aiden Kirby's second year as captain and second year earning a high-end laptop, and he explains that his now second win was nothing short of exhilarating.
There was a lot of relief when we won in Game 5, mainly because it was just a stressful, long grand finals. It was more nerve-wracking because I just didn't know what we were going into, but it was nice to come out with a win.
Esports coach Jeremy Kincaid recognizes that this impressive achievement provides much more than bragging rights.
This win really puts their names out there for scholarships and career opportunities, college opportunities. Not only do they now have a laptop that's of value, but they can use it for their classes. That's really going to be big for them moving forward.
Kincaid also highlights what this win means for the future of Prosper Esports.
There's a lot of people who just don't even know that this is a thing. So to have this as just kind of a way to open the door and to bring more people into the space, I'm really hoping that we can start competing in bigger spaces, run tournaments of our own, and really make Prosper a place for esports.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Christina Krasnova.
It seems like the future of Prosper Esports is looking bright.
Yeah, absolutely, Madeline. And both JV and varsity teams are already moving on to the quarterfinals of the HSEL South Regionals. And as they move on to the quarterfinals, we're getting closer and closer to 2023. However, this week Apple Music Replay and Spotify Wrap drop, taking listeners back to the past to see this year's listening trends. Talent Talk is up next with all you need to know on these 2 streaming services.
The National Art Honor Society is collecting goods for the residents at the Settles Ridge Care Center. Students and teachers can drop off any goods from the list in the drop-off box by the cafeteria or in room 3209. The goal is to collect as many goods as possible in order to help local senior residents throughout the holiday season. Handwritten cards are also welcome.
Even as temperatures drop outside, Hollywood is keeping things hot. Diane Shaw is here with this week's edition of Talent Talk. Take it away, Diane.
Thanks, Parker. The highlight of the holiday season dropped this week. Apple Music Replay and Spotify Wrapped were released at the beginning of this week, Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. The 2 music streaming giants went head-to-head, and many critics claimed that Apple Music fell flat. Apple Music's replay had a similar vibe to the wraps of years past, with pastel-colored cards that you tap through like an Instagram story, delivering your listening stats for the year. Stats like top artist, top song, top album, and minutes listened. But changing up the beat, the beloved Indiana Jones franchise dropped the trailer for the 5th installment of the series just last night. The movie's leading man, Harrison Ford, is known for his action-filled adventures as the dashing explorer and charming archaeologist that fans of the series can't get enough of. The movie did run into one hiccup. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first installment of the series, Harrison Ford was only 38 years old. Now, Ford is 80. However, the time period of the movie is not changing. The 5th movie will be set 8 years after the events of the 4th, despite Ford being 26 years older. The filmmakers are de-aging Ford. Yes, you heard that right. Filmmakers have combined old footage of Ford, his acting on set, makeup, and CGI to make Ford appear a much younger man. Take a look at this. Bringing it back to Prosper, with the holiday season approaching, many organizations are beginning their holiday projects and donations for those in need. Allison Wood highlights one association that works to help those in Prosper year-round.
Thanks everybody for coming out on such a cold and wet night.
The Prosper Ladies Association is an organization for women with the mission of helping children, families, and first responders in the Prosper ISD area. President Chris Anders has been part of the association since the beginning.
I joined in our inaugural year, and it really was a way. Prosper's just such a special community that the people here are just so generous, and it was a way to work with people who were looking at ways to give back, and we could do it in a coordinated way. And so it pulled together just a bunch of women who wanted to work together to give back.
During the Prosper Ladies Association November meeting, the members of the organization put together dog toys for pet shelters and foster homes and discussed other projects coming up in the holiday season.
We serve children and seniors at Christmas and make sure that they have a good Christmas. We also partner with organizations like Cornerstone and N3 and Hope's Door and other organizations that provide services that fit within our mission of helping families and children and first responders in the area, but they provide things like financial counseling or food.
The Prosper Ladies Association works to connect with the community, especially during the holiday season. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Allison Wood.
And the Prosper Ladies Association also has a Young Ladies Association here at PHS that students can join if they're interested in getting involved in the Prosper community.
The PHS Classic Basketball Tournament is currently taking place. Game time is next with all things Prosper Sports.
The second annual Winter Ping Pong Tournament will take place on December 3rd. Signups are now open for singles and doubles in the double elimination tournament. Pizza and popcorn will be provided at the event. Scan the QR code on the flyer to sign up.
The Prosper football team is 12-1 as they head into the 4th round of playoffs. Grace Esquibel is in studio with this week's Game Time.
Thanks, Madeline. The football team is preparing for the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. The Eagles had a 35-21 win last weekend over North Crowley to send them to the 4th round of the playoffs for the 4th straight year. The Eagles will match up with the Louisville Fighting Farmers tomorrow at McKinney ISD Stadium at 2. Switching over to basketball, the Lady Eagles are currently 6-4 after a 58-55 loss to Denison last week and a 58-50 loss to Mansfield Legacy on Tuesday. Speaking of basketball, the Eagles are 4-5 so far this season after a 59-45 loss to Lake Highlands last week. The Eagles were, however, able to turn the energy around to pull out a 66-41 win over Panther Creek on Tuesday, and they kept the momentum going last night with a 65-61 win over Armadillo Tuscaloosa. Today at 3, the Eagles will go head-to-head with Heritage. Seniors are able to get out of class to attend the game with a wristband. Tomorrow, the Eagles will face off against Wiley at noon and Sherman at 4:30 in the arena. Moving from the court to the mat, the wrestling team will compete in the Rumble at the Rock meet at Rockwall High School tonight at 6. The meet will continue throughout the weekend. In swim and dive news, the Eagles are taking part in a meet against Lovejoy and Plano Senior tonight in the Prosper ISD Natatorium at 6. Speaking of water, up next, Landry Long dives into the Senior Assassin game, a water gun fight that's taken over at Prosper High School.
for a grand prize of over $2,000. The Prosper High School senior class has suited up to compete in a class-wide water gun battle.
Well, we saw like a bunch of other schools do it, like McKinney, Frisco, and so we just kind of got the idea from there.
Every Sunday, teams of 2 are given a target team that they need to spray with a water gun or assassinate for that week. The game begins on Monday, and if the team completes their mission by that Saturday, the victorious pair will move on to the next week in hopes to make it to the finals and win the grand jackpot.
We started the Instagram account and then passed it down to people that aren't playing the game, and now they post videos of the people getting assassinated. They also post like tips so people can send in anonymous tips so they can find out where their targets are. It has like all the team name posters and everything.
This unique experience among the senior class has left students with a lasting memory.
I think it's definitely going to be something we remember, like a memory that actually has been fun that you remember from school.
Weeks 1 immunity was swimming goggles, and the following week was kids floaty. If your target is wearing immunity, then you are not able to eliminate them, and if the time runs out and you do not successfully drench your opponent, then you're out. This is the first year Prosper High School has participated in this event, but according to the seniors, they hope it won't be the last.
We really hope that this gets passed on to like the next generations of seniors at Prosper.
Although each week the immunity and rules become more difficult and the eliminations are fewer, the connectedness of the senior class grows.
I feel like it's fun in the senior class because you have to find out more about people that you don't know. A lot of people are getting assigned people they've never met, so they have to figure out things about them to know what they're doing in order to get them.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Landry Long.
Ethan, get on video? Yeah!
If you would like to keep updated on which teams make it to the final round, make sure to follow the Instagram at PHSAssassin23.
And we hope to have the winner here live on the show so we can find out what it really truly takes to win PHS Assassins.
Parker, I'm a senior this year, and though I'm not competing, I really love to keep up with the action.
And it's so exciting to see how everyone's working together to eliminate their targets, and I can't wait to do it next year.
That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Once again, I'm Madeline Wentz.
And I'm Parker Reynolds. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great day, and go Eagles.